Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl, Miss K. So tonight, we're going to be going over episode number 4 of Empire, okay? The episode was called Tell the Truth. And man, I want to get right into the rundown because I just cannot wait to talk about the last scene, guys. I don't want to say I have so much to say about the last scene, but I have a few things to say, guys. So let's just get right into it. All right. So the scene opens up with the family at Walker's christening. All right. We finally see Hakeem. He comes in. We find out that he is Walker's godfather. Unfortunately, probably because Jamal is nowhere to be found. We know he's in England or whatever. But anyway, so Lucius leaves the christening, and he takes care of some business. He meets up with Damon. Okay, before that, we have Candace giving Cookie her little 2 cents because she sees that Cookie and Lucius have been, what's the word she used? They've been looking too cozy. Who cares, girl? All I can say is mind your daggone business, because when when Cookie was trying to help her out with her son, she didn't want nobody all up in her business. Okay, so mind it. Anyway, so like I said, Lucius leaves to go handle some business with Damon. He meets up with Damon to tell him to stay away from his family if you don't want anything happening to yours. So Damon says, deal. We don't know if he's really gonna stick to that deal. We don't know. Anyway, we don't see Damon again for the rest of the episode, and it doesn't mean that Damon's just gonna go away just like that, but we'll see. Okay, so now we got Lucius in his office, and he's sitting in his chair, and he tells Andre, like, he's going through some papers, and he says to Andre, he's like, am I reading this right? Did you make yourself the permanent CEO of Empire? And Dre says, yes, I did. It needed to be done in order for us to land whatever type of deal that they did. In order to salvage Empire, Andre had to do that. And so Lucius kind of looked like at first when he was saying it that he wasn't too happy about it, but then he looked like he gave Andre his blessing. But one key statement that I did pay attention to was the fact that he said, well, to keep up appearances, why don't you come and sit in this chair? So they traded seats, and Andre sat in his chair. But before Andre sits in his chair, Lucius says, just so you know, like, I'm back though. You do know that, right? And Andre says, yes, Pop, or yes, sir. And for a second, I wasn't sure how Andre felt about that, okay? So then we have another scene where Lucius, he comes to the set of the Lucius movie, and you got Hakeem and all the other actors or whatever doing their thing. Lucius freaking goes crazy. He doesn't like what he sees. He's dissing everybody. Oh, this looks terrible. You don't know how to do the WAP or the Roger Rabbit or all of these 80 dances. This girl needs to be changed. This girl can't play Cookie and all of this crap. So you look ridiculous with them glasses. Y'all know this. Y'all know the story, right? So he's just going crazy. Like, he just seems so angry. I'm like, sheesh, what's going on with Lucius? But anyway, so he goes on about how there needs to be details. Empire was built on details and specificity and all of this stuff. So, there was that. Then Andre is telling Tiana, we have another scene where Andre is telling Tiana that, they have, a great deal signed up for her, like her renewing her contract. They got a great deal. It's a lot of money on the table and all that. I think they might have said 100 million. I'm not sure. I didn't really pay attention to the numbers, but she's renewing her contract and it's a great deal. Okay. But he says, first, you basically have to recant or do damage control on your pro-life statement. And she's like, wow, I thought of all people you would understand. Like, I meant what I said. She thought of all people Andre would understand her pro-life statement. You know what I'm saying? Being everything that he went through. I agreed with her, So anyway, they're really going hard with this whole little pro-life thing, this season and whatever. So Andre wants her to say whatever he has to say, what she has to say, fix her statement before they go ahead and sign the contract. Okay, so she kind of caves in and agrees with that. All right, so now once again, we have Cookie on Tea Talk, and once again, she's a topic of discussion all the time with this lady, you know, the lady with the blonde hair. She's always coming for Cookie, and I just don't understand it. I'm like, if this is a talk show, right, and it's supposed to be kind of like gossipy, this and that, why is one of your co-hosts the topic of discussion all the time? Like, the shade is just too much already. Like, calm down. You know, she's always shading Cookie all the time. So, honey, Cookie had to give her a piece of her mind. You know, Cookie always shuts it down, but this time she made the chick cry, and I was like just cracking up. So, and Cookie like left the stage. She didn't have no remorse for the girl crying or nothing. And I'm like, hey, good for her. You know what I'm saying? She's over here poking the bear every time, every chance she get. And now when, you know what I'm saying, it's turned back on her, she don't know how to take it. And then meanwhile, they want Cookie to fix what she did. You know, they want her to go to therapy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, the lady telling Cookie, oh, and I don't know what's going on with you and Lucius, but, you know, we don't know where that limp comes from. So it seems like they're trying to, you know, insinuate that Lucius may have hurt Cookie, you know, just always trying to figure out the story. And once again, people don't know what the heck is going on behind closed doors. But anyway, you know, so Cookie, she got to go to therapy for this whole situation. But why this chick is never told anything, you know what I'm saying, when she's coming at Cookie, all disrespectful, talking about her personal business, her prison life, and all kinds of stuff. All that stuff should be off limits, okay? So anyway, so, you know, but this is how it is in real life too, you know what I mean? One person could say something, you know, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but the white privilege thing sometimes comes into play. You know, one person gets to say something, and as soon as a black person open up their mouth and say something, you know it's a problem, and there has to be repercussions for you having an opinion or for you, you know, attacking back. Anyway, we ain't gonna get started. So anyway, now Tracy shows up. Oh my gosh. On the Lucius movie set, and she wants to know why she wasn't written in the script and all that stuff. And I'm just like, girl, you are irrelevant. That's why. So can you please go sit your tired behind down, okay? You look good though. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie about that. She cleans up nice, and she did mention that her son left her all his money. So, you know, she's looking the rich part right now, okay? She's doing pretty good at it, but I can't stand her. So anyway, so now after taking Giselle's advice, Tiana decides to go against Andre's wishes, and she's at her little concert, and she stands by her pro-life statement, okay? This sends Twitter into a frenzy. There's a lot of people that are not feeling her, what she said, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to talk about that a little bit later. And now the Lyon family are at dinner, and Lucius comes in. Once again, Mr. Angry Bear. Like, what is up with Lucius this episode? He's like so upset. Oh my gosh. So he's like really aggravated, and he's like, you know, Tiana's supposed to be family, but we can't get nobody to control her mouth and this and that. You know what I mean? She's going to cost this family the business or whatever, you know, going on. And then he tells Andre that Andre's like, I'm handling it, Pop. And Lucius is like, no, more like you're mishandling it. And I got to come in and swoop under you and clean every daggone thing up. And so Andre tries to, you know, leave the table. And Cookie's like, no, just sit down and ignore your father. So that ignore your father comment just sent freaking Lucius over the top. Like, I mean, that was enough for him. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, he done pulled the freaking table runner with all the food on it. I'm sorry, this episode kind of had me cracking up a few times, okay? So he gonna pull the table runner with all the daggone food, okay? Now, Cookie was the only smart one that had went and, you know, made her plate before everybody else. And all the good food falls all on the floor. And so Cookie's like, whatever, I'm glad I got my food on my plate. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what's looking like with some good daggone food on the floor? Some chicken and waffles, that's what I saw, and some other good stuff. So, you know, he done ruined dinner and all that. But then, you know, then Andre, we have another scene where Andre is talking to his wife, and he's basically complaining, like, do you think that what my father said about me mishandling the business is true? Like, do you think he wants me to succeed? And she's like, I want to eat. I'm hungry. Shoot, like, you know, I don't think he wants you to eat. You know, so she's just like, I'm hungry. Like, I don't want to hear None of that. And you know what's true though? Just a little sidebar. After you have a baby, your appetite does kind of like increase a little bit for some people. So yeah. Anyway, so she's like, listen, I need to eat. I ain't got time to be hearing about you and your, little problems. So she basically was letting it be known, like, listen, I thought your mother was bad, but Lucius takes the cake. Anyway, literally. So then Andre comes to the conclusion that, he can run the company better than his father ever did. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. All right. That statement right there makes me feel like it's going to be some Andre against Lucius crap. And I'm not trying to hear this, guys. I'm tired of the division for the Lions. I don't want to hear it. And we're going to get back to that. I'm going to elaborate a little later on. But I'm tired of the division of the Lyon family. Like, I'm over it. I'm over it. All right. So Andre goes and he tells his wife that he has to make things right with Tiana. Okay. But unfortunately, Tiana winds up signing with Becky and Giselle against Becky's wishes, because Becky was in her feelings about Tiana's statement because she had an abortion. So of course she's not trying to hear about no pro-life stuff. She's pro-choice because she made the choice to have an abortion. Okay. And then Giselle saying, all right, I understand that, but I had an abortion as well, And then Becky says Tiana goes against everything we represent when it comes to women empowerment for this label. And Giselle says, like, I beg to differ. She is everything. She has a voice and she deserves to be heard as well. You know what I'm saying? Whether we agree on what she's saying or not, she's still a voice, a woman, and she needs to be heard. And that is totally true. Like, come on now. Just because we disagree on something doesn't mean that we can't work together or we can't be a part of the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, people really need to like mature and get that through their heads. Like, take the blockage off and get it through your head. Sometimes we're not going to agree on everything. Okay, there you go. Now, so I'm not even going to talk about the fact that Tracy brought in the Philly street guy, aka David Banner. I don't know what that's going to be all about. To me, that's just another dude coming in to bring more drama. So we'll see what happens, because it looks like it's an old beef. Not going to talk about that, even though I just mentioned it. Anyway, so now Lucius and Cookie are having like this heart-to-heart. And, Cookie is like, we need to talk. We need to figure out what's going on with us. I want to really work on us. I want to still give us a shot. I don't want to give up on us. And so Lucius is basically letting her know, listen, I had a lot of time to think. I'm upset that you made me believe for 6 months that you slept with this guy. You slept with Damon. Why did you do that and all that? And she lets him know, listen, I just wanted to be free of all the bull crap, blah, blah, blah. And he's saying, listen, when I asked you to marry me again, I did everything right. I changed at this, at that. Which is true, and that's what kind of annoyed me last season. I did see Lucius really changing and really seemed to be trying to do things the right way, and it really didn't seem that that she appreciated it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you're on the outside, she has her own reasons. She's saying, well, you didn't put me first, or you know what I'm saying, you went behind my back with some things. So there you go. She got her own gripes and he got his. And sometimes when that happens, nobody wants to really be empathetic towards the other person's, feelings. And that's when you have conflict. So anyway, but she says she want to try again. And he's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I had a lot of time to think. I don't know. So who knows what's going to happen with that. And with the last scene, guys, here we go. I try to do this thing as quick as possible, honey. So now the last scene, we have Cookie. She finally decides to go to therapy. I mean, she went to therapy earlier, but she was acting up, and then she walked out. She cursed the therapist out and walked out, right? But the therapist was rude, talking about bags under her eyes, Bergen-sized bags under her eyes. Like, come on now, that was rude. That was shady. Cookie called her a B, and the therapist pretty much deserved that. So anyway, Cookie busts up in the therapist's office and she interrupts, another person's session, right? And the lady is, anyway, long story short, Cookie basically commits to therapy. So she starts talking and she's like, I don't know why I haven't been able to sleep. And the lady said, okay, let's find out. So we got this 9 months later, right? 9 months from now. And it shows Cookie, we hear her voiceover, and it shows her running out of the house. It looks like it's Lucius's house. Now, I'm not sure if that's her and Lucius's house or just Lucius's house. Like maybe he moved out or something like that. I don't know. But this house, I think, for some reason, it kind of looks a little bit different, but whatever. Anyway, she's running out the house, and then she gets into the car, and the freaking car blows up, guys. And I was like, oh my freaking goodness, what the heck is going on? So now we got Lucius on the floor. Like, we've seen this being an opening scene for like 3 weeks straight. And now we got Cookie being blown up in a car. Like, so you mean to tell me that when this is all said and done, we're losing Cookie and Lucius? Oh my goodness, that is terrible. Okay, but let me tell you what I think. All right. So here it is. We see she's running out the freaking house, okay? And it looks like she's running because she just did something bad, okay? AKA shot Lucius, okay? So, you know, when you see the preview for next week, it's looking like her and Lucius are going to be at odds and all of this stuff. So we don't really know what's about to go down. I don't know if Lucius is pretty much done with Cookie. You know, Lucius is looking like it's looking like once again there's going to be this whole big old conflict between him and the rest of his family. And I told you guys before that I'm very tired of that, and this is one of the reasons why I'm happy that this show is ending, because the whole back and forth with the family, dividing them and all of this, I'm done. Like, I'm over it. Like, it's corny after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I want to do is see this family win and be together, but the writers just have to have them at odds all the time. And it's just like, come on, y'all corny for that. Anyway, like I said, all right, so we got her running out the house and then the car blows up. So my theory, here we go, because I don't usually do theories, but my theory is her and Lucius they got so much beef that they both plan to kill each other. Like, she went up in there and shot him, and then and you know, he had a bomb planted in her car. Okay, now that's just the theory. I'm so hoping that that's not what happened, but that's the theory now. Or she could have been in someone else's car. I don't know, maybe that's one of her son's car or whatever, I don't know, and the bomb was planted in that car for somebody else. But I feel like she shot Lucius. I feel like now she's also another suspect, you know, that's added onto the list of people that may have shot Lucius. So now we got Frida Gatz, we got Billy Beretti, and we have Cookie, and possibly Andre. Okay, I might have said somebody else last time, but those are the people. And oh my goodness, guys. Whew, that was my review. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys have yourself a blessed night, a blessed day, whatever the time is that you're watching this. Be blessed. Take care. Bye-bye.